Experience oneness with the loving energy. The Loving Energy Newsletter, Rabbit Issue Number 9. 1. Hello Oneness. 2. The Divine Reveals Teamwork and Gratitude. 3. Knot, ring, bind tight, almost thirst, dig well. 4. Second Pyramid Transmission. 5. I am the champion because I live as me. One. Hello Oneness. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Loving Energy Newsletter, Rabbit Issue Number 9. I have yet to find out what people do when in Rome, but I do know what people can remember when in Greece, the Olympic Games. Photoman and I were seeing each other during the Athens Olympics at 2004. Photoman was living in Athens then and was working for the Bloomberg News, covering the Olympic Games stories as the photographer. I might not have time to see you, but you have to come see the Olympic Games, Photoman urged me. I didn't see what the big fuss was about. The Olympics seemed a nuisance for me. I was living in Hong Kong and working as a flight attendant for an airline which didn't have direct flight to Athens. In order to see Photoman, I had to work my way from Hong Kong to a European city, and then get on another flight as passenger to Athens. Often, I had only 30 hours to spend with Photoman, and now he was telling me that he would be busy working. But I did go, and I was so glad I did. Athens had always seemed to me a broken city, grim and run-down. People were stressed, and there was tension in the air. During the Olympics, there was a jovial vibe. People walked in a leisurely pace, and there were volunteers everywhere pointing out directions to whoever needed help. The volunteers were all smiling and enthusiastic, which was unusual because at the time, Athenians who were in customer service usually looked strained, as if they wanted everyone to go away. Despite being on my own, I felt I was walking in oneness. Photoman told me that there would be people selling dodgy tickets outside the Olympic Park, and there were. While considering which event I wanted to go to, a group of Chinese people carrying a China flag invited me to join them at the swimming event to support the China team. I almost did, but then remembered that what interested me most were the artistic gymnastics. I scored a €200 men and women gymnastics final ticket for only €80 right after the game had started, so I sprinted to the venue. I was an athlete too. For a little while, I thought it was a mistake. My seat was in the front section, but still, everything was so far away and there was no close-ups like in television. Without the commentators, I wasn't sure what was going on or even where to look. But then I knew, when I could feel this energy buzzing through the air from a gymnast on the rings. The rings used to baffle me. How could an event so boring to be categorized as artistic gymnastics? Finally, I understood. The gymnast at the rings was like an ancient statue of a Greek god coming alive. The strength, the vitality, the power, and the perfect geometric display of his vibrant muscular structure. But the most amazing energy was really generated by the spectators. Everyone was so happy. It didn't matter who or which country won the gold medal. Everyone cheered, and we cheered even louder when a gymnast fell off an apparatus until she got back up and continued. In the end, it wouldn't have mattered which event I went to. The most memorable part of the Athens Olympics for me was the oneness I experienced whilst I was surrounded by all these happy strangers. May you experience oneness, always. Love, Stephanie said, the loving energy. 2. The Divine reveals teamwork and gratitude. The Divine Review TDR is a quantum health process that typically runs for 5 to 8 weeks, approximately 12 to 14 hours appointment time. Mocha Ahern was inspired by Anita Mujani's near-death experience, NDE, as detailed in her book Dying to Be Me, to create this unique modality for bringing phenomenal transformation to committed individuals. All sessions are conducted online via Zoom. The first 2 steps of the TDR process, the TDR introductory session and Dying to Be Me book discussion, are free of charge so that you will have necessary information to decide if and when you want to engage in the whole process. Currently, the whole TDR process is on a pay-what-you-want basis. Yes, you can pay whatever amount you want during any of the steps of the process. The recommended fee for the complete TDR process is €888. The links to my TDR page and the TDR founder, Mocha Ahern's page, are in the description box. If you want to jump right into the TDR inquiry process, the link to scheduling a free TDR introductory session is also in the description box. Have you ever thought about how many people contribute to a mega event such as the Olympic Games? There are people who build the venues, people who organize and coordinate all the competitions, people who raise funds, and of course, the competing athletes and their teams. How many more people can you think of? Futterman was one of the people who contributed to bring the 2004 Athens Olympics to people around the world by doing his photoman thing, lugging his heavy photographic equipment between sporting venues in the intense summer heat, competing with photographers from other news agencies for the best spots for capturing the most memorable moments. One evening, when Photoman got home after a tiring day, his editor called and asked for extra photos to be sent urgently. In order to do that, Photoman needed to go to the media center, which was about 50 minutes away by car because of the traffic. He didn't think he could make the deadline, but his friend Christos happened to drop by. When he knew Photoman had to be somewhere urgently, he said, "Quick, let's go." Photoman got on Christos' motorcycle in his singlet, shorts and flip-flops. Christos took the matter of urgency very seriously and proceeded to ignore all traffic rules, as you would expect in a superhero movie. He brought Photoman to the media center in 20 minutes, at times hitting 200 km per hour. "We would have disintegrated if we got thrown off," Photoman told me. He didn't have a helmet either, and he hit his head behind Christos' back because the wind was hurting his eyes. Photoman's role for the Olympics might be small, and Christos' role was even smaller, but without them, the 2004 Athens Olympics wouldn't have been complete as it was. The TDR support group wouldn't be complete without everyone's contribution. Mocha Ahern, the founder of TDR, guides us into a deep meditation during every meeting. Patricia Darden, the moderator of the TDR support group, ensures harmony between participants and often inspires us with her insights. And of course, without our group members who have all gone through the TDR process, there wouldn't be any fascinating discussions or warmth we generate when a member expresses their need for support because of their current challenge. And we wouldn't be there together without all the people in our lives who contributed to help us become who we are today. Recently, I shared these facts at the end of our group meeting, and Patricia suggested that we sit in gratitude for a little while. We all felt gratitude, both radiating out from us and coming to us, with no end or beginning. The photo on the screen shows the Olympics edition photoman at the Panathinaike Stadium, which was constructed at the 4th century BC. 3. Not ring bind tight, almost thirst dig well. The thought of the moon cycle is 未雨綢繆，臨渴掘井, not ring bind tight, almost thirst dig well. This frequently quoted Chinese idiom is a combination of phrases from two ancient texts. A scholar incorporated these two metaphors to emphasize the importance of preparing ahead. 未雨綢繆, not ring bind tight, originated from Zhou dynasty, when a loyal government advisor wrote a poem about an owl expressing the need to tighten her nest before a rainstorm in order to convey the urgency of pacifying the public to avoid a rebellion. 臨渴掘井, almost thirst dig well, is from a passage in the earliest Chinese medicine volumes from Han Dynasty. It talks about how living according to the seasons and the yin and yang is a vital part of nurturing life, because when one observes and follows these foundations of all things, one would not have acute illness. When one doesn't nurture oneself in this way and seek healing only when one is ill, it is like digging a well when one is thirsty, or making weapons when one is at war. The first time I entered the arena at the Pancratio Stadium, which was built for the 2004 Athens Olympics and hosted the football tournament, I thought, this is where I belong. I felt at home. The space, the scale of it. Oh, and it's a bit worn down, just like me. The stadium is state-run, and just like any other government buildings in Greece, it looks neglected and is in need of repair. The running track are so worn out that it has bald patches. The government seems to embrace Zoba the Greeks live today with passion and not care about tomorrow mentality. I wonder at which point they would give the stadium a renewal, or would they let it run to ground and then shut it down? As for me, since I left Hong Kong, I have been busy with moving to different places with photomen, adapting to new environment and new culture, work and studies, that I neglected regular exercise, which is an essential part of healthy living. Negligence no more. I promptly signed up for a membership at the stadium and started building an exercise routine. Whenever the training gets too hard, I remind myself, do it now, so I will always be able to play this hard. During this moon cycle, observe in which area of your life you are 未雨綢繆, 臨渴掘井. Not ring bind tight, almost thirst dig well, and start making plans for a new beginning. If you want to start being active again and not sure what types of exercise to do yet, I recommend this 4-minute workout created by Dr. Zach Bush. In a video, Dr. Bush gives the scientific background of the exercise and then he gives a demonstration. This set of exercise is suitable for all levels and I had enjoyed it myself. The link to this video is in the description box. 4. Sekhem Pyramid Transmission. Photoman enjoys sports, both watching and participating in different kinds. During the first year of our courtship, we spent an afternoon watching a marathon on TV. I was bored. I didn't see the point of watching people run in a slow pace for several hours. I decided to tell Photoman I was bored by telling him about my lack of endurance. In school, a girl from the senior basketball team told me that if I wanted to get a medal at sports day, I should enter a longer race like 400 meters or 500 meters. She won medals from these races herself every year. So I thought, okay, I will do it. I entered 400 meters and I won a medal. Not gold, but I was happy enough. The next year, I entered both the 400 meters and 800 meters. I thought I could get 2 medals this time, but I didn't. At the 800-meter race, after one lap, I ran to the grass and sat down there. Why would you do that? How could you just give up? Photoman was unusually emotional. I thought I was giving him a chance to laugh at my opposite of marathon, but he looked upset. I told him I had tension all over my body, and this happened every time I was competing on the track. Only years later, I realized that I had terrible stage fright. I gave up halfway through the 800 meters because I could feel a cramp forming and I didn't want to injure myself. The 400-meter final was happening soon after this event, and I wanted my medal. Did you get your medal? Yes, I did. That's all right then. He didn't laugh at me. He looked pensive. Why was he upset anyway? Are you upset with me? No, but I thought you wanted to be with me for long term. I thought if you gave up a 800-meter race like that, what if we go through some tough times? Are you going to give up on me? On us? On our marriage if we get married? Photoman is 10 years older than me. I didn't know what tough times mean back then. The toughest times were school exams and getting jobs, being bullied at school and work, and now having to commute to another continent to see my love. I thought when we were married, we would live together happily ever after. What other tough times was he talking about? Look at them. No matter how tough it gets, they continue running. That's why I like watching the marathon. I never looked at relationship like that before, and he was right. We watched the marathon to the end, and I got emotional too. But I never watched another marathon again, because soon I realized I am in one myself. Not the real marathon, but the real marathon. The marathon of life, the marathon of relationship, the marathon of marriage. The promised tough times did come. We continue together. Photoman and I have now been together for 21 years, and we are celebrating our 14th wedding anniversary this year. I wish us many more marathons to go. Note: the photo on screen shows Stefano Bordini of Italy doing a victory lap after he won the 2004 Athens Olympics marathon. Photo by Photoman. In the blog post, I gave my husband some flowers. I talk about how my late Sekhem teacher, Ida Lyle, assisted us during one of these tough times through healing. In the blog post, My Long Journey to Ithaca, you can read about my love story with Photoman as well as my mother-in-law's love story. The links to these blog posts are in the description box. Sekhem pyramid transmission started when an idea came to me to share Sekhem in a simple way. It is not how I normally facilitate a Sekhem treatment. What I do with Sekhem pyramid transmission is that I channel a certain amount of Sekhem energy for you. I also create a pyramid for you at sacred place to be placed around you when you are receiving the transmission. My Divine Spirit team fills the pyramid with elements and colors according to the moon cycle's collective energy needs. You can receive this transmission at your convenience during this moon cycle. Here's what you need to do in order to receive this transmission. 1. Get comfortable by either sitting with your back supported or lying down on your back for relaxation and circulation. 2. Give intention to the effect of, I would like to receive the rapid issue number 9, Sekhem pyramid transmission now, to my highest good and will. 3. Relax for about half an hour. That's it. This time, my Divine Spirit team filled the pyramid with vibration of clear blue sky, gold, bright red rose, fire, and earthworm. Look up the properties of these items if you feel drawn to. You may or may not feel anything. It's fine. Having sensation is not a requirement. The only requirement is that you are willing to receive. Please remember to say, to my highest good and will, so you know you are in control. If you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. I certainly would love to hear about your experience. And if your friends would like to receive a monthly Sekhem pyramid transmission to accentuate their transformational process too, please pass on this link for them to sign up for my newsletter. You can find the link in the description box. I've also put the link to my Sekhem page there. Note: the photo on screen shows Stefano Bordini of Italy doing a victory lap after he won the 2004 Athens Olympics marathon. Photo by Photoman. 5. I am the champion because I live as I am. This moon cycle's "You are amazing" affirmation is, I am the champion because I live as I am. When I think of the Olympics, or when I'm running in the stadium track, Queen's "We are the champions" often start playing in my head. This verse in particular. We are the champions, my friends, and we will keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. This is the song I played to honor Leo, the most courageous and mischievous neighborhood dog who died from one of his favorite activities, chasing cars. Every neighborhood has its own pack of dogs, but whenever Leo joined us for our walk into other neighborhoods, our pack became invincible. It's been nearly 2 years since he left us, and I still miss him. It comes to my mind often to remind me to never give up on my joy and to not be afraid of being myself. This is the obituary I posted on Facebook for him. With deep regret, we say goodbye to our dearest friend Leo, the most fearless of our pack, the funniest and the most mischievous. His favorite pastime were terrorizing cats, dominating every dog, barking at strangers, chasing bikes and cars, hiding food, showing off his food to other dogs, wrestling with his closest friends, hanging out on the beach, waiting for us every morning and afternoons for yet another playdate, and stealing Decca's tennis ball for a joke. He received many death threats, but for those fortunate enough to get to know him, he's the most affectionate, the most endearing little soul. And when we were petting him, he looked at us adoringly with the most trusting eyes, beautiful eyes that pour love straight into our hearts. His fur was so soft and gorgeous, and we swooned and fell in love. Leo was a dog who never knew a roof above his head, yet he was not a stray. He claimed our whole neighborhood as his home, the vast beach his yard, all of us neighbors his friends. He was free. He left us on the winter solstice, 21st of December, 2021, brightening up the sky through the longest night of the year. His presence is achingly missed by his pack members, Photoman, Mrs. Anna, Ithaca, Lefkey, and Johnny. He left a big black hole in our lives, but he pours our heart full with his love and humor, always. During this moon cycle, say to yourself, I am the champion because I live as I am, daily and often, and know that being yourself is the biggest gift you can give to yourself and the world. We have reached the end of the Rapid issue number 9. The next issue will arrive at your mailbox on the 15th of October, Sunday, which is the first day of the 9th month in the Chinese calendar. Yes, the next new moon day. And now, on the screen is the link to the song for Leo and all of you champions.